What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Spider-Man Far From Home. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any content. So, Spider-Man Far From Home is the next movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's still part of Phase 3. It's the latter half. It's the ramifications of Tony Stark dying, of Tony Stark sacrificing himself so that Spider-Man could live on. So there is still a lot of mysteries that need uncovering about the movie. Mysterio is a very sketchy character in this movie, and you can't trust him, can you? So if you are new to the channel, we are doing a giveaway. We are giving away a Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet. It's the Marvel Legends one. At the end of May, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and drop any Marvel-based comment down below. So, there is one character in this movie that literally no one knows who he's playing. So the actor, Numan Akar, yes, if I've said it wrong, just let me know down below. He is supposedly playing a role called Dimitri. Now, the role is being kept top secret, under wraps. I don't know why. They always make fans, reporters, conspiracy theorists on edge and make them think, who is this person playing? Why are they keeping the role so sketchy? But recently, John Watt has added fuel to the notion that the actor will actually be playing Spider-Man's classic foe, Chameleon. Yeah, it's spelled C-H-A-M-E-L-E-O-N, Chameleon. So, he had this to say. Well, Dimitri in the film works for Nick Fury. And I think anyone who works for Nick Fury, they certainly have a mystery past. What's told comicbook.com when asked directly if Akar would be playing Chameleon, and they had this to say when speaking to comicbook.com. We're not specifically saying that he's, but we're not saying. The rumor of Akar playing Chameleon began with his casting as Dimitri, who shares a first name with Chameleon. Of course, Dimitri's connection to Nick Fury may indicate that not all is as it seems with Fury either. So this is very interesting. As you know, guys, here on the channel, we have said since before Endgame came out that this movie is essentially going to be building up the Sinister Six and eventually building up the Dark Avengers with some variation of Norman Osborn buying the Avengers towers and then building up to the Sinister Six. As we know, Tom Holland does have Spider-Man Far From Home, then he has Spider-Man 3, so, and also with the entry of the multiverse. Now, I don't think the multiverse is a lie, because why would they bring up the multiverse? So, is Mysterio really Chameleon? Now, I made a video months and months ago saying Nick Fury is actually Chameleon, but is he? I don't know. So I'm thinking more now that Mysterio isn't even in the movie and it's really Chameleon, because this Dimitri fella looked pretty dodgy. If you look in the trailer, he is hiding in the background working for Nick Fury. But if it's not really Nick Fury, then who it is? We already know that supposedly Mysterio is behind all of these elementals. Now, recently on the Jimmy Kimmel show, they did highlight, and Tom Holland did actually say that it's Hydra Man. He's confirmed the character is Hydra Man, but they're putting a different spin on them. He also did confirm something that is pretty interesting. So, the funeral scene in Avengers Endgame wasn't actually a funeral scene, according to Tom Holland. He said that he was told it was a wedding scene, and a bunch of other people actually thought it was a wedding scene, which is kind of ridiculous, but kind of interesting, because at some point whilst they were filming this scene, that must have been really hard to get all the Black Panther people there, to get a bunch of different franchises there at the same time. Why didn't anyone question where Tony Stark was if it was his wedding? It's just a bit odd how Tony Stark was never in the scene, but it was meant to be his wedding scene, which is very weird. And they did also confirm that no CGI, no special effects was in that scene. Everyone in the scene was physically there. So that is pretty interesting reveal, to be honest. So there's going to be a bunch of new details, new TV spots, new possible trailers coming out for Spider-Man Far From Home, because they're going around the globe at the moment promoting this movie. So guys, let me know down below. Is Chameleon actually the person in this trailer, and is it not Mysterio? So, we are going to go over a Reddit plot leak, because it's kind of like one that I did the other day, and I know you guys love these plot leaks because you keep asking for them. So, it is essentially a Spider-Man Far From Home mid-credit scene spoilers, which also does confirm that it is Chameleon in this movie, and they've not even confirmed whether Chameleon's in it. So it says this: I am a special effects artist for Disney, and I've worked with them for many movies, not Endgame. I was hired back into 2018 to work on Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, later titled Far From Home. I helped the team to edit the special effects for various scenes. I won't get into any spoilers for the film itself, but what I have seen will blow your minds. I haven't seen the whole film, just different parts. I won't spoil what I saw from the film, but I will tell you guys the post-credit scene in the paragraph below. So let's get in it. So there is a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene, but only one is super important, which is the mid-credit scene. I haven't directly seen the post-credit scene, but another artist told me it was comedic with Happy and with Peter, which had a significant impact on the overall narrative of the story arc. Now, I wouldn't actually go over this, but this clarifies something that I've been told from an insider, so it literally could be true, guys. So careful for spoilers if you don't want me to ruin your life, but let's get over it. So the mid-credit scene starts off in a dark room with a chilling and villainous music. A defeated and sad-looking Mysterio looks out the window from a skyscraper at nighttime. The view of the shot is within the building, looking outwards so you can't see the building itself. A voice is heard in the background which sounds Russian. Obviously, Dimitri's role is meant to be playing someone from Russia, we are led to believe, which says something like, he beat us once, but soon he's going to pay. Mysterio turns around and the voice is revealed to be from, wait for it, the Chameleon in his costume. Mysterio then says, Dimitri, thanks for having my back out there. Chameleon replies with, don't worry, there are more of us, right? Then the music gets darker, while the Vulture, similar outfit as the Homecoming one with a few minor modifications. Scorpion outfit, similar to the comics, but a few differences. Shocker, different outfit than Homecoming, but it still looks red and yellow from the comic. And a man in a business suit walked in from another room. The businessman gathers the villains together and says, I have a proposal. The camera pans out to the outside of the building, which is the old Stark Avengers Tower, which has the name Oscorp in large green font at the same spot the Stark logo was, and shows it for a few seconds. The scene ends, it was about 45 seconds, but I have only seen the whole clip twice. I couldn't tell if the businessman was in fact Norman Osborn or if he was simply an assistant, but I didn't know the actor playing him. I don't know much about the actors. He was probably a B-lister. The scene obviously sets up the Sinister Six, which will probably be further explored in the MCU. I wasn't shown the whole clip until it was all done. Again, I haven't seen the whole movie, so I don't know the entire tree of what happens, but I wanted to share the scene with you guys. So this is from another source, literally confirming what I was told from an insider. Now, it is a bit obvious that they are setting up the Sinister Six. It is just so damn obvious. So it is interesting to see if Chameleon is actually Nick Fury's helper in this movie, playing the role of Dimitri from the Anuman Akar. If I said it wrong, don't butcher me down below, guys, but it is hard. It is an unusual name for me to read. So, guys, let me know, is the Dark Avengers coming? And is the Dark Avengers going to go against the New Avengers? That would be pretty cool. Because if they are building this up, obviously they won't release Spider-Man 3 till around 2022, 2023. We already know Disney, Marvel have 3 movies in 2021, 3 in 2022, and 2 next year. So obviously somewhere in there, obviously because Sony makes Spider-Man Far From Home, Sony makes Spider-Man. So whenever they have Spider-Man 3, it will have to be around 2021 to 2022. So if the New Avengers aren't coming out till somewhere around the 2023, possibly they are trying to build up the New Avengers versus the Dark Avengers. Now that would be insane. Now yes, it is a plot leak, but this confirms something I was told from an inside source, which isn't really a spoiler because I've posted about this a couple of times, that Chameleon will be in the movie. I can't make my mind up if Chameleon's Mysterio or if Chameleon is Nick Fury. But seeing as it's worded, when it says Mysterio turns around and the voice is revealed to be from the Chameleon in his costume, Mysterio then says, Dimitri, thanks for having my back out there. Chameleon replies with, don't worry, there are many others. So it implies that obviously Mysterio isn't Chameleon, but it does imply that Chameleon's actually inside this movie. Now, somewhere in the video, I will overlay a shot where you see Dimitri looking at Mysterio and Spider-Man. So it is pretty interesting, and I will be doing a lot of focus on Spider-Man Far From Home going forward as the Endgame kind of footage is dying down now, and it's realistically just them ruining it because the Russo brothers explain every single little scene. I might do a video bunching them all together, but it is ruining a lot of things. So is Mysterio Peter Parker from a different Earth? Now that theory, I did put it out there a few days ago. The response is pretty cool, and I think there's a good chance it could be, but it all depends on the MCU contract with Sony and Spider-Man. Are Sony going to let Spider-Man stay in the MCU? Are they going to renegotiate the deal? Because Tom Holland's literally said he would do another 20 Spider-Man movies if Sony let him. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know everything that you think about this video down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But most importantly, did I trigger you, or did I make you have an opinion about this video? And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.